Nissa, you know, we all heard that pop come out of Raminator when he was doing the two-wheel skills challenge. I'm actually here with crew chief Dan Agosh, who's going to talk to us and show us what that pop was. Dan, can you go ahead and show us and talk to us a little bit about what went down there during Mark Hall Raminator's two-wheel skills run?
So when he was coming up to his second approach for his second time hit, he did traditional Sky Monster Jam Sky Wheelie. Well, when he landed at an awkward moment. Well, this is actually called a rear steer line. So unlike any other vehicle, we also steer with our rear outside of the front. But in the front of the rear of the truck, we also steer it manually. So it's its own complete different system compared to the front of the truck where you steer with a regular steering wheel. We would steer on the back with a toggle switch. Well, with the pressure that was going with him landing, the fluid that's going back and forth on the pump through this line is going so fast it needs to exit out. Basically, when you guys heard that pop, it made its own line out of the system. And so pretty much when he was coming off the track, the rear steer on the back of this truck was only going one direction because the rest of the fluid was coming out of the truck through this hole. So we got a new line, we just replaced it, and it's ready to rock tonight for freestyle.
Well, that is such good news to hear. And you know, Dan, you're working on these trucks. Monster Jam fans, you can see Mark Hall himself just came out. You're working on these trucks constantly. You know, it's hot today. Talk to me, how does things like the weather really affect how these trucks run?
Well, it does affect us big time because outside of us running around to get parts and back and forth, the engines are almost pushing about 200 degrees. And then matter of fact, also the transmission's pushing about 220 and stuff like that. So unlike the other trucks here, we run a dry block system. That means we don't run coolant through it. We use the fuel from the EFI system that we have to cool the motors also. Unlike everyone else, we run a Hemi. And sometimes we wiggle our way to the situation that we come about. So with that, we have to stay hydrated. And that's also with you fans, too. You know how Florida is. In the summertime, it gets really hot. And we try to get hydrated, also sunscreened, and try to get everything prepped beforehand because during the show, we're just running around like a chicken's head cut off.
Well, Dan, I'm going to let you get back to work, let you cool off, get some water. Monster Jam fans, it is such a treat that you get to see all these incredible, hardworking men and women here at Monster Jam doing their job right here in front of you. Normally, they have to be outside in the pits, but you get a front row seat, and so they can all hear you. This is now the third time we're doing this. I need everyone to get so loud and give it up for not only Dan Agosh,